Okay, so today we are going to do maths only. In that we will continue our chapter 8, that is quadrilaterals, right? I just hope that whatever we have done yesterday, that you have understood everything. So we will go ahead with the next topic or next theorems. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about the types of quadrilateral. In that we have discussed the 6 types of quadrilaterals are that. Okay. First one was the trapezium, that is the table-like shape. One of the side of the trapezium is parallel to each other. Right. Second was the parallelogram, means both of the opposite sides are parallel to each other in case of the parallelogram. Third one was rectangle. In case of rectangle, all the 4 angles are of 90 degree and the opposite sides are equal. Next was rhombus. In case of rhombus, all the 4 sides are equal but angles are not equal. In case of square, 4 the sides are equals and 4 the angles are also equal. Last is the
90 degree.
kite quadrilateral. In that, adjacent sides of kite are equal. Right? These are all
Yeah.
the properties of types of quadrilaterals. Okay.
Hmm.
Now we will go ahead with the theorem 8.1. Just the theorem we will discuss not in detail. Okay, a diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into 2 congruent triangles. Means if the quadrilateral is there, then one of the diagonal will divide or will convert the quadrilateral into a 2 equal triangles. Means we can say that suppose this is the quadrilateral, so this quadrilateral is there, right? So this quadrilateral in that one diagonal we divide the whole quadrilateral into 2 equal triangles. That is the theorem 8.1. Okay. Okay, no problem at all. Now that is all about the 8.1 theorem, that a diagonal of this parallelogram will divide the quadrilateral into the 2 equal
Parts.
triangles. Now let's go ahead with the next theorem, that is 8.2 theorem. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. As we know that in the properties of quadrilateral, in case of parallelogram, the 2 opposite sides of the quadrilateral or parallelogram are equal. Okay, so opposite sides in the parallelogram is equal. That is the theorem 8.2. You just have to remember the theorems. Okay, nothing else in the detail, because printed all our theorems are omitted. So just remember these theorems are there. Now 8.3 theorem. If each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is called as a parallelogram. Means reverse of the theorem 8.2. Theorem 8.2 says that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. And 8.3 theorem says that if the opposite sides are equal, then it is the parallelogram. Okay, this is a vice versa case. Now, theorem 8.4 is that in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal.
Are equal.
We are considering ABCD, this ABCD as a parallelogram, then angle A and angle C are equal, and angle B and angle D are equal. So that is called the opposite sides.
Are equal.
Opposite angles are equal. Okay. Next is that if in a quadrilateral each pair of opposite angles are equal, then it is called as a parallelogram. Means reverse of Theorem 8.4. If opposite sides are equal, then it is a parallelogram. Okay. We are not going through the proof because it is not in the syllabus. Now next 8.6 theorems are there. These theorems are indicating some of the properties of these quadrilaterals. Okay. Now theorem 8.6 is there. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So diagonal of the parallelogram means what? This is one of the side diagonal and this is second diagonal. These bisect each other.
Bisect each other.
Bisect means what? Two equal half. If we are considering this as a O, then we can see that A is equal to OC. Means these would be same.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second theorem 8.6. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Means if it bisect each other, means it will divide this diagonal into two equal halves. And theorem 8.7 is said, if a diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is called as a parallelogram. Opposite of this. If the diagonals of the parallelogram, diagonal of a quadrilateral bisect each other, okay, then it is called as a parallelogram. These all are the properties of a parallelogram only that you have to remember. This is very helpful in the next year in 10th standard. Now students, in this syllabus, all the examples are omitted or released by the government. So just we are doing exercise 8.1 in that first question. Take out that page, take out that exercise 8.1 that is present on page number 146. Take out page number 146. And keep your video on. Neil, Shashank, Joy, Disney, Mayur. Okay, very good. Now we are starting our exercise 8.1. In that first question we said the angle of quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13. Find all the angles of the quadrilateral. So what ratio is given to us? The ratio is given to us is that 3:5:9 is to 30. So consider that this is a quadrilateral. Okay, in that the ratio is given 3. So we are considering the 3x, here 5x, c is considered as a 9x, and this is as a 13x. Because ratio is given 3:5:9:13. This ratio has been given to us. So what we will write? So we will write that T ABCD, angle A is equal to 3x, angle B is equal to 5x, angle C is equal to 9x, and angle D is equal to 30x. That we have to assume first. Okay. Now what we will do? Now we are using angle sum property of a quadrilateral. What is angle sum property? That the sum of the four angles in a quadrilateral is 360, right? 360. So what we will do? These four angles are there, so we can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360, right? So angle A that we can write as a 3x. So we can write 3x plus B is equal to 5x. C is equal to 9x and D is equal to 13x is equal to 360. Right? Now you have to tell me 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13. total
30.
30.
30.
This will become 30x is equal to
30x
360. So what is
360.
the value
X
of
is
x?
equals to
X is
30.
equal to
30 upon 360.
30.
360 upon 30.
Right? So this 0 0 will be cancelled out
upon 30.
and we will get as a 12.
हाँ बोल दिया
Value of x is equal to 12. Write down this in your notebook. You have written everything. Now we are going ahead. Okay? We have to find out the angles.
ये आप बॉक्स हो गए ना।
लिख दिया ना आपने?
हाँ
हाँ
It is half sum, not completed. We have to find out all the four angles that is remaining. We just find out the value of x only. Now angle A is equal to 3x, right? So we have to put the value of 12. So the value of x is equal to 12. So 12 is a okay, bolo
12 36
36. Angle B is equal to
36
5x is equal to 5 into 12. 12 is a Shashank.
12
12 is a you have to tell me the fast
60.
answer.
50
Angle B is equal to 9.
59.
50
12 and the Ashika, Ritik,
108.
108.
108.
Angle C is equal to
108
108 and angle D is equal to 13x. So 13 into 12. Multiply and tell me the answer. 13 12s are
multiply करना
156.
156.
156
Everybody got the same answer?
Yes.
Okay. Like this way, we have completed this chapter also. Okay, write it down if you want to write. Like this way, here we have completed this chapter 8 because the rest of the exercise is omitted by the government, so we are not going ahead. Okay? Just with the discussion is there, midpoint theorem that we will discuss it by tomorrow. Okay?
हाँ
Have you completed this sum?
yes
That is easy, right?
हाँ
So hope students you have completed this whole sum and you don't have any doubt regarding this chapter also. Hina Ashika, do you have any doubt regarding this?
no I have no doubt
नहीं
No.
We have completed this chapter and this online class also. Okay?
okay.
Early as we have completed. Okay? Bye everyone.
बहुत जल्दी क्लास खत्म हो गया आज
हाँ बस चैप्टर भी जल्दी खत्म हो गया है ना
ना पर क्लास क्यों जल्दी खत्म हो गया आज कल
मैम
तो
बाकी
बहुत
सारे